Alright everybody, so in the video today I'm going to be showing you how to build a megastructure castle. So obviously these things here take a lot of time to build, so obviously if you're watching this video you're either watching it because you're interested in seeing what it is or actually going to learn something from it. But either way, if you are going to build using this technique, it's going to take you a long time, and it's best to have friends who share your ideas. So anyway, that being said, let's get started. Alright, so the first step you're going to want is that you're going to want to have to make a foundation. As you can see, I'm currently building a foundation for this one. It may not look like much and may not look that big, but you know, if you get down like this, it certainly looks bigger than it really is. So the reason why you want to start off with this foundation is because, well, you're not really going to be able to build a castle if you don't know what you're looking at, basically. So I'm using quartz blocks for this one. I am also not done building this foundation, so I'm going to finish up the foundation and then we'll get on to the next part. Alrighty guys, so I finished the external layout here. So now next comes the internal layout. Now the internal layout requires some careful math here. So let's see. So say if you were going to add some hallways or a throne room, you're going to have to pick where. So yeah. So over here is also like a little place for, say, someone to go watch, and what will eventually be the harbor. But anyway, so obviously, now there's a reason why I'm keeping the natural feature there, so that'll be for later. So first things first, if you're gonna pick where to start your interior, you gotta pick where you're gonna have the entrance. And for me, I'm gonna have the entrance right here. Now to make the entrance, you just mark it off with like 3 blocks like that, and then just break this. Boom. Now you've got yourself an area where you can put the entrance. Next, of course, well, now that you have that, you can start doing the easy part here, and that is walling off some stuff. Always got to wall off. It's very important that you do this, mainly because it will get confusing later on. There you go. Alright everybody, so I have just about finished the interior of the first level. I plan on doing 3 floors for this one, but you can always do as many as you want. So obviously here I realized it wasn't big enough, so I added a little bit more over here. But you know, the interior was pretty straightforward. So yeah, as you can see, this is what I've created. So I'm gonna have to pick different rooms here. These are going to be storerooms, and I think this one here will be the emergency storeroom. We'll see. I will completely finish this during this video. It'll just be like, quick cuts and clips. So to you guys, it'll probably seem way quicker than in the actual time, because these builds usually take me about a week to 3 weeks to build. So like I said, it requires a lot of time to be put into these, unless you have friends. I'm technically the only one who builds these in my friend group, so that's why they take a long time. I do have occasional help, but most of the time it's just me. Which, I mean, you have to admit that is a pretty surprising thing a surprising skill of mine to be able to build these fairly quickly. It's just one person. Alright everybody, okay, so I finished up some of the walls. I'm technically not done building them up, but I'm at an important step here. So, as you can see, I've started building the side hallways here. So, side hallways, you don't want to make them as super tall, like especially like the main hall is usually the tallest part. As you can see, I've also started working on this. So technically I can get rid of these. I don't need these anymore. These here were just made to help give me the idea on where they were. I'm going to just trim them up to here. And there we go. Just going to leave that like that, just for now. So, as you can see here, the rooms are kind of starting to look like, rooms. I mean, obviously, I'm still working on this. The hallway will look a little different here. It looks very basic right now because still technically building this. Everything, and don't be afraid to think that your build looks terrible, because it always looks terrible when you start it out. I mean, this is my third ever castle I've built, and I will be making another video on this castle later on. That video will no, never mind. This video will come out before that video, so yeah. So as you can see here, throughout the hallway, I have created gradual slopes here. Usually on like, I try to do like U hallways or horseshoe hallways, but for this one here, I'm going to do I'm going to do kind of like the gradual hallway. Alright everybody, so now as you can see, I'm working on the hallway. I've started this one right here. This one here usually is going to require some little extra work here, but I'm still just going to do the basic cover over. So just going to do this. I also added one block down. This here is for an effect that I'll show later. But yeah, I'm gonna just quickly finish this up. Finish up the side hallways. I will get the main hall done soon. It's currently day 2 of my build. Alright everybody, just finished up the hallways here, or the side hallways here. Well, more of finished them to an extent. I've still got to work on that. And I'm not done building this, obviously. Anyway, next we're going to move on to these hallways. So these here are the, I don't really know what to call these types of hallways, but get your horseshoe roof. So, it's pretty typical. Obviously, you just, you make an outline of what you want, and just go all the way down. Now, I will say, there is one part here that I'm going to quickly build to real quick. There we go. Now this here is the room itself. Now, obviously you're going to want to build out to this. Now, the reason why you do it like that is because it will actually make it easier to fill in some gaps here and there. Because this is probably one of those few times where you definitely want to have like a squarish roof. So something like that basically. So yeah, I'm going to finish up the rest of this and I will show you what it will look like when it's done. So, be right back. Alright guys, so now that we have that finished up basically, now we have these rooms right here. Now these ones here are a little bit tougher to do. Because instead of doing a cross section, kind of like those ones right there, we're going to have to do a careful like dome, basically. And it's best to do the dome starting off in a corner like right over here. Say we wanted to make it this tall. Do this. Now the problem is that I would have to memorize where the actual dome would be. So let's see here. So that would be like right there. This would end up being like over here. And then, alright, so that would be like that, and then go like that. I think, yeah, there we go. All right, now next we'll obviously just keep going up. And we just cover this up, obviously, because we don't want to. Yeah, we definitely don't want to look at this. No, that's probably the only part where the dome messes up right there. When you're building this, you definitely want to make sure your pillars or pillar parts are even. Like I always try, as you can see, like all of these here are 1, 2, 3s, or technically 3, 2, 1s. Except for this one. This one here is a big one. This is like a 2, 3, 6 circle, and it kind of gets a little messed up right there. But I have a plan for that one later, so that's why I'm not working on that one. That one there will probably be one of the last things I work on. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up this, and then I think we'll get started on the main hall. If not the throne room, we'll see. Alrighty guys, so the first step here for doing a main room. So there are many different ways to do main room, but the way I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the lookout on the sides, or I guess technically internal balcony, or whatever it's called. So you can see I'm one block down from the top here, and then there's a good reason for that. I'm gonna have a floor in right here. I have no clue if it's gonna be wood or not. All I know is I'm gonna do this, basically. But anyway, I'm gonna quickly finish this up, and I'll show you the next step. Alright guys, so now you can see that I have now finished the balcony part here. The reason, and if you're wondering why this one here is much longer than those sides, because this way I can actually deal with the what is it? With this like weird gap thingy, and that way now I can make a more straightforward roof. So, obviously for this, the reason why I'm doing this is so that I can now do like pillars and stuff like like this, which with the texture pack is going to look epic. I will work on the flooring later. That's technically part of the interior. So, anyway, now that I've done that, so what comes next is sloping the sides here. Now the reason why I gotta slope the sides is, well, it's pretty obvious. So I can make a better roof. So I'm just gonna do a quick example here. So it has to basically reach out to here. So best way to slope from there, surprisingly, is like this. Actually, let's do that. There we go. So I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna go around. Alrighty, everybody. So now that I finished that, does not look like much right now, and I'm probably gonna get rid of these just because I have a better plan for that. So now that I've done that, now comes the fun part. So now, say we want to build these. We want to build everything around the edges here, one up. Now that we have it, and once we have everything up one. That's all I really need to do right now. We can then start planning out what design. Alright, so let's see here. So we got 1, and we got 2, and we got 2 again. Maybe not 2. There we go. Let's do that, then that. Alright, let's try it over here now. Honestly, not bad. I think this will work. So now that we have that, we then quickly, not really quickly, you really can do this at any time. Now, I'm gonna quickly just build over that, and alrighty, now that I have finished that up, there is 2 ways you can do this now, like on how to close up these holes here. So, the first way is just a simple flat wall. But where's the fun in that? So instead, we're going to do this. We're going to make a bit of a flat wall there. However, we're going to start extending it out this way. I will add. Don't worry. There's more to it than what it looks like. I'm going to quickly drink some. It's a night vision to better show this. Alright, this may not look like much right here, but now, then, do this. Alright, it doesn't look like much, but trust me, it'll make a difference soon enough. Alright guys, so I decided to work on the throne room. So, here's what I did. So, what I did is I made it go out 2, and then once I finished out the ring, going out to 2, okay, that's more of a horseshoe than a ring, I then did out 3 on the 1 block above it. So, this here creates a slight dome, and right here, the goal is to keep going until I reach here. So, I believe this here is 1, 2, yeah, only 4 blocks away, which is good, because that was next. So, now we do a 4 block extension out, like that. Now, there's a reason why I'm doing it like this. It all makes sense. Just have to finish that. Alright, now I gotta go out 4 over here. There we go. So I'm gonna quickly finish up this, and be right back. Alrighty, everybody. So now I'm on an important stage. You might have noticed that, well, I made the walls a little taller, and I've also started smoothing out these. Now the reason why is because, well, I'm gonna start working on the flooring. In order to do that, however, I need to first flatten everything. So, all this that you see right here, I'm going to go flatten this real quick, starting with, like, over here. Alrighty, so I've officially smoothed out that. Took a little while. Alright, so the next part here is actually going to be starting to work on the internals. And also, I should have mentioned this earlier, but I kind of completed the circle here on this one, because this one here is going to keep going. Well, this is not. So. Alrighty, everybody. So, I had to look at the texture pack just to see what fit, and so I got dark oak and stone bricks. So, obviously, when it comes to, like, you know, filling up the floor, it's one of the easiest things to do. You just do /fill, you know, assuming you're proficient in it. If you're not, it's pretty easy to learn. And just try to find a suitable distance. Don't want to go too far, because, you know, you don't want to turn too much of something into a block you don't need to be everywhere. There we go. So, yeah, I'm going to just do that for the rest of this, but as you can see over here, I've made this work, and I will say it looks pretty cool with the texture pack. So, yeah, the only time I'm going to do something where it goes right against that is only when I'm, you know, at one of these curves. But other than that, I'll just do this. Alright, everybody, so now that I finished the flooring and the ceiling, we are just about good to go for the next two parts. So the next two parts is, well, it's basically the same thing, but for the rooms. So I got this room, and I've got to do these rooms. So I'm gonna do those real quick. I will eventually. I'm gonna leave this one out because I actually don't need to work on this just yet. Like the main room. I'll leave that as is for now. So yeah, I'm gonna go and work on these real quick. Alright, everybody, so now that I have just officially flattened everything out and flattened. Alright, so since I have smoothed out everything and gotten the flooring and the roofing, or ceiling really, finished, now comes this part, so I can do this. But as you can see, this is in the way. However, as you can see, now it isn't. So now I can basically get rid of all of this right here, because it no longer serves any second floor. And then the third floor, or technically I'm not really going to do a third floor on this part. I'm going to do a third floor on these pillars or towers, whatever they're called. So I'm going to go do that real quick. So be right back. Alright, everybody. So now comes the part 2 of this flattening phase. So as you can see, I have brick right here, and I have brick right here. Well, you know, wrong brick. But anyway, so actually I'm going to fill this up with this type of brick. And it's a pretty simple process. All I gotta do, go corner to corner, right here. And then /fill, boom, and stone underscore bricks. There we go. And then of course I'll just fill this in like this. Alright, everybody, so as you can see, I have now officially finished the roof, except for the tower roofs. Tower roofs are going to be very different, so I'm just going to fill them in, or more, I'm going to fill in their walls. I'm probably going to cut them open like I did over here with this one, and make some stairs out of them. That way there's just many access points to go up to the towers. I'm not quite sure, but I think for the corner ones, I'll probably have, like, you know, they can go from, you know, like first, second floor, and all the way up to the towers, or to the tower technically. And then this one here is going to be a very big tower. This is I think we're going to call this one the Ivory Tower, mainly because it's going to be very tall. These towers here, I suspect when I'm done with the roof in on it, it's probably going to be like this tall. But this one, however, is probably going to go a little higher than that. It's probably going to go all the way to like up here. It's made to be a very, very tall tower. So yeah, as you can see though, I did leave a few blocks like, you know, sticking out, but that doesn't matter because I'm gonna cover them up with the roofing material. This is the wrong copper. I'm gonna be using wax copper for this because I feel like the shininess really reflects with the or really highlight. Really, it looks good with the white. The shiny goldish bronze color. I don't really know what orangish. I don't know. But we are gonna need these. I used a debug stick for one of the things, but you know, debug stick's a really good tool. If what is it? You can't get some stairs to work, or would like to separate some fence. Debug stick is a good way to get started. But yeah, I am approaching the end of this build. I am very surprised how long this has taken me. This has not taken me that long at all. My last two builds took me over a month to build. Like, individually, each one took over a month. This one is actually surprising me. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna add the roofing material and also fill in those, and I'll be back. Alright everybody, welcome back. So as you can see, now that I've finished up everything, all the walls, I've also built up the ivory tower a bit. So as you can see right now, we are currently working on the roof. We are building it with copper. Because like I said, I think copper looks good when on a like white block. So this is we are going to finish this, and then we're going to be moving on to the towers next. And then after the towers, we move on to the interior. And after the interior, well, actually, I guess we should probably move on that before the interior. So we'll get on. We'll get to that thing. And that's currently all for now. So I'll be back when we're done with this. Alright everybody, so we're on day 3 of the build now. So yeah, yesterday my friend and Pete and I, we finished up the roof. As you can see, it looks nice. We've also finished up this whole, well, somewhat finished up the tower. We're not done with the tower. The rest of it will be done during the interior work. But as you can see, I'm currently building a simple roof. This might be a one-timer. Might not be. We'll see. I'm gonna have one of my other friends come in and copy these down with his. He despite him not being a builder like me, he has access to some of the good builder tools. So that's gonna come in handy. Alright guys, so as you can see, I still haven't started the stairs yet, but I am making a second type of tower. So these here are the towers that you can actually live in. Those are more of like watchtowers, and I am going to have a few watchtowers, especially these ones. So these ones here, they're not going to have stairs that go up. They're only going to have stairs that go down. Because of the way I built this, like, well, let me show you. Let me go into spectator mode real quick. This is my problem. As you can see, it conflicts directly with the structure itself. So I actually have no choice but to do it like that in order for it to not conflict. This is the problem when you're like building on a fly like I do. It gets a little challenging, but that's fine. It just means that you just gotta work a little harder and think a little harder to solve these problems. Alright guys, so this is my second recording because I got interrupted. But anyway, what is it? So, as you can see, I have now finished the conical roof. There's a bit of lighting glitches here and there, but that's fine. Anyway, as you guys can see, I'm now currently building the ceiling for the inside. And this is a very different type of conical roof compared to, that. And, I would say for some castles, I think that having different types of roofs to indicate which tower is which, like what the main purpose of that tower is actually a good move especially for starters like me, because I've only recently gotten into this type of building. Oh, and very important that you guys do this: add light sources to the top of your towers. Reason why is because you don't want mobs spawning in your towers, and basically, if you were to actually use this thing for, you know, for its intended purposes, you don't get, well, you don't get, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, you're actually able to sleep at night. Alrighty, almost there. Alrighty. I can always, and the rest of it will go into like interior work. I should probably make sure that this one. Alrighty, everybody. So now I've officially finished all the stairs. That took me about 2.5 hours. Obviously I didn't finish that one. I was just going to show the last one. Anyway, so I even worked a little bit on over here. Worked a little bit over here because this here is going to have something to do with that. When I'm done. But I'll work on that right after I finish the staircase. Now, the reason why you don't see any of these tower tones, like I said before, I'm just gonna have my friend copy paste them. So that'll save me a lot of time on the build. I am going to take a pretty long break for building today after I finish that. Surprisingly, that's not going to take that long. That might take maybe 30 minutes at most. Anyway, enough stalling. Let's get into this. So, I do like to have a little bit of a pattern to this. So, seeing that that's right there, we then copy that, bring it right here. Do this, do that, do that, and then that one, then flush this one against the wall. Do the same there, and do the same here. And then simply just put this right here and repeat. Alright, everybody, so now I am on the next part. So I know I said I was working on that, but like I said, this part here is important to that. So first I just gotta build this. Alright, there we go. As you can see, actually I guess I already showed you that, never mind. Alright, so this is what I'm doing. So on the inside here, as you can see, I am building a thingy. So that right here, I can also, all the way out here, add some stairs. Right here, I believe is where I'm looking. Oh my gosh, I keep clicking space too many times. Alright. One more. Yep, 127 works. Stone bricks. And no longer need this. Alright, next here we fill this up. Alrighty, so this build will become a little bit more straightforward once, assuming it's not already as straightforward as it gets. Alright, so this is where the first interesting thing happens here. So be where the first pillar, arch thing will be. So let's just fill this up real quick. Alrighty, so you want to go down. So when making an arch or a pillar, or you know, both really technically, it's always easy to start off with a simple L, like this. So now, alright, so here we got technically going 6 blocks down. So actually no. No, we'll say it's 6. Yeah, we'll say it's 6. So 6 blocks down, and then you want to. What does it say? Say you want to do that. Now, say we want to move that up too. Do that. Actually, there. we want to do that. There we go. And now, next, do this. And boom. You've got yourself half of a good pillar. Although, actually, I think I want to make this like maybe 2 blocks down more. For reasons. No, that one there probably fits a little better there. Do that. And do that. Alright, there we go. So now we just basically repeat it. Like, let's do like right there. And then yeah, you just repeat it like that, and well, I'll get to the next step, which will be after I finish up these arches. So be right back. Alright, well, I finished one arch, so there's not really enough room for another arch, especially since it will be hanging over. So this comes into another part of this, and this here is what is it? This one here is probably going to be the harder one here, and this, really thinking on this one here. Well, obviously, I think I'm going to shorten it. I think that would probably be a good place to start. So do this, do that. Go out one, like that, do this, do that, do this, boom. Alright, well, since that's shorter now, that will make it a little bit easier. And so now we get started with this part. Putting the blocks down is always a good place to start, especially when you're making something like this. And then doing that. Alright, there we go. So now we have this, as we then get over here. Also, technically, this here was just here for the layout, so I actually don't need this anymore. I just got jump scared from hitting a horse. Oh my gosh. Well, that was dumb of me. I'm not gonna destroy all of it. I'll just do that off camera, but you know. So now we're doing that. So now we're at here. We can then do this. Just think of it as that you want it to constantly what we want is that it will constantly get larger. So my dog's barking. Alright. So yeah, you just want to keep going like this. Eventually. Alright, hold on. We're at 5, right? Oh, so then 6 will be the last one here. Actually, hold on. Let's make that. Alright, so technically that's 5 again. Then alright, it doesn't look like much, but trust me, we are gonna fix this up. Don't worry. We're not done with this just yet. So I'm gonna quickly fill this in. And also get rid of that. So be right back. Alright, everybody. So now that I filled it in, get rid of that. Now comes the fun part, and is that this thing here will look ugly if you don't cut into it. So we're going to carefully carve out some parts here. Alright. So we want to obviously cut out a little bit of this. Like I said, it doesn't look like much, but it doesn't really take a lot to, to make this look good. Let's get rid of that. And there. Like I said, didn't take much. Now, of course, it may not look exactly like what you may want it to look like, but if that, in the case that ever happens, just do something like this. You build up, dig down a little bit. Hold on. I'll fix that off camera. But anyway, now you've done that, you also want to do for these arches here. You don't want to perfectly put them back together, or perfectly fill them in. You want to like basically work around them. Always want to be one block behind. Yeah, I always want to be like one block behind the stairs, or the other stairs. Nope, that's not it. Until you get like right here, and this here, you just do this. Boom. Like I said, it may not look like much, but it does, I will say, it definitely looks a little better. I think all we really gotta do to fix this, Alright, so I think to fix this, we just push that back to there. Push that. Oh yeah, no, this looks better. Okay, so now we know. So, do that. Yeah, that looks better. There we go. So now that we have that and that, I'm going to quickly fill these in. So, be right back. Alrighty guys, so I have filled in this as well as added a little bit of these. It's a pretty simple 2x2 hole with 2 stairs at the corners. Creates a nice little effect there. And this one here I was going to work on camera for, but this is a very complex thing that I have made here. But luckily, I didn't work on it on this side yet. So, all is good. So, this is, in order to make something like, if you were to make something like this, I mean, this looks pretty, I will say this looks pretty cool this has a nice effect from a distance. I like it, at least. So, now, in order to get this, I don't know why I have the Elytra anymore. I've had that on since I've started building. I don't know why I didn't get rid of it yet. Let me get rid of that. Occasionally I forget I have some in my inventory and I get another one of it. I don't really know why I have the chisel core. It's really more of an interior thing. Anyway, so this here, I will say, it is a little bit advanced, and you definitely want to make sure that you do the stairs here last. So, that being said, let's work over here. You want to definitely start off with the the stairs that make, that make the slope. Those are very important for this job. Alright, well the stairs, this is It's one of these things where you can't. It's just kind of added onto it as. Oh wait, actually no, that never mind. Not that. Not those stairs. It's the next stairs that add to it. Yeah, eventually it just gets to this point where, you know, all you're really doing is just add it on. Alrighty, there we go. Now we have that. Now we can start working on these. So that goes right there. Now like that. That like that. And that like that. Now next, do this. Do that. Do this. And leave that as is. Alright, then comes part 2 here. Alright. Sometimes you're gonna have to reapply the stuff. That was the right thing. Yeah, that was the right thing to add. All right, so I'm just gonna go up to this one right here, and then these ones here I'll just work off. I'll just work on them off camera, and then I'm gonna take my break. Actually, no, never mind. Actually, I'm gonna work on. Maybe I should do that on interior decoration. Nah. Okay, yeah, I'll do one last part before I take my day-long break from building. Oh, but we're getting pretty close to finishing up this build. Alright, so I think that goes right there, right? Yeah, that goes right there. That also goes right there. Do that. Do anything there? Okay, I'm going to assume I do something here. And this one here, just do that. There we go. Reverse that. Alright, yeah. Looking good. And that is the... No, it's not. Other way. There we go. Alright, there we go. I'm just adding those parts now, just so you know I can do this, do that, and might as well just do this one real quick, and then just add one more right here. There we go. Alright, so that was that. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. So I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'm gonna work on the guardrails, and then I will be done for today. Alrighty guys, so alright, I'm very, very close and also very tired of building right now. So as you can see, all I did was put a simple layer of stairs around. Almost forgot about that. I think nope, that's different. I'll say that's close enough. Here, hold up, what? Oh, I see what I did. Alright, there we go. Now we have the platform. Now, things I'm going to need are probably these. And there we go. So let's see here. So I think we start off with a pillar right here. Start off with a pillar right there. The copper blocks right here. Do this, do that. Do this, do that. Do this. Wait. Do that. Basically, once I get a pattern down, I will figure this. I will then, trim the video. Let's just do this, like that, just so we can, at least cover up the gray. There we go. Alright, let's try one block. Do this. I kind of like this. We'll do this. There we go. So let's do about maybe 5 blocks out. Yep, that's 5 blocks. Alright. So yeah, I'm going to quickly copy this down, and then when I get over there, I will finish it off and take my break. So, I will record that part, so bear with me. Alrighty guys, so this is going to be my final part of this build for today, and I'll try to get those done off camera, but yeah, almost done building. Anyway, so this is how far we got. So now that we have this, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's go up that. Alright, there we go. The whole point of this kingdom is that it's made to look like it's rich and powerful. Which is why we're using a lot of copper. Just do that. Well, we're getting pretty close to finishing this. Alright, we'll just do that. Oh, as close as it gets. Simple fix. There we go. I don't know what I just did here. I'll just do that. Alrighty, there we go. Nothing too fancy, but just good enough. Alright, so this here was all I'm going to build for today, and I'll return to this tomorrow. Alright everybody, welcome back to day 4 of the build. I think, yeah, this is day 4. Alright, so, as you can see, I've made the throne room. I'm in the texture pack right now, so that's why everything looks a little weird. Let me just get out of that real quick. Actually, no, I'm going to do that off camera because that takes a little while. Alright, so I finished up this room here off camera because I figured, you know, not really much to it. I just thought of a, you know, since I'm doing white walls, basically, you want to have like a dark, you want to have like, usually have a dark color to complement the white. And, I did a green just because, well, this is supposed to be like the main hall. It's supposed to be a little different than your average room. And over here, I completely forgot about this, so I'll work on that later. So anyway, so the main focus of today is making your throne room. So making your throne room, when you're making a mega structure castle like this, so you always want to focus on carpet. If you want to think realistically, you would probably definitely want to have some purple carpet, maybe some red carpet. We'll see where that gets us. Maybe some orange. All right, so I'm going to start off with some purple carpet. So we're going to go all the way up to the stair right here. Just fill this out. I'm just going to make the pattern real quick. So let's do red, red. Actually, let's do, I want something that connects. Let's do some yellow. Oh, that doesn't look good at all. Yeah, orange looks like it'll work. There we go. Didn't fill that out. That is not what I meant to do. Alright, we're just gonna go up to here and then we'll put some black carpet here at the edge. Alright, so I'm gonna fill up this. I'm gonna probably do something right here. Yeah, I'll definitely do this. So I'm gonna do stuff like that. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so I finished up the pattern of the carpet. Doesn't look too good without the texture pack, but you know, it's fine. Looks bright. Bright colors are fine. So don't need too much on the carpet. Just literally just gonna do that. I might do a carpet up here, might not. We'll see. I probably won't though. All right, so here I probably won't do any carpets. So let's move on. So next over here are the storage rooms. Now, the storage rooms, right? Actually, I guess this one here is not gonna be a storage room. This is gonna be the dining room. This will be the kitchen. But let's see here. So when it comes to these rooms, I will say it is little different. So this is going to be like more of an emergency escape room. I'll work on that off camera. I'm just going to basically say what all these rooms are going to be because I'm just going to work on these all off camera. But like I said, kitchen, dining room, storage, escape. And over here, this is the ivory tower, aka the tallest tower in the structure. This here's just a little storeroom. Might put like armor stands there. So let's move on over here. So this here's like noble living right here. Some rooms are a little small, but you know you didn't quite live in your rooms. You just kind of stayed there for the night. And well, also noble. Also noble. All of it's noble. So it's just all going to be a bedroom, basically, with some storage. Running out of night vision. I am going to work on light fixtures. Which reminds me of I need to work on windows. Can I do windows right here? Oh, I can't. There we go. Nice and even as well. Kind of. Alright, well, let's see. I'm just gonna do a few windows here and there. Alright, the windows aren't really made so that you can look at them. They're more just there for lighting. I guess I can make a throne real quick. Boom, there's the throne. That's it. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to work on the hallways here as well, and I guess I should probably mention up here, this here is more, this is just kind of like a little bit more. This is probably going to be like nobles right here, maybe your knights and servants right here. So it's pretty simple stuff, really. And then that just leads up to the towers, so not really any point. And then, you know, I guess I'll put down a few more windows here and there. But, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go finish this, and when I get back, the structure will be 100% complete. So, and that will pretty much be it. Like, you know, any ideas I can really give you. I mean, I'll also work on this thing off camera. I'll work a little bit on the entrance as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys when this is done. Alright everybody, so I had a bit of a mess up that it was really annoying because this occasionally happens. It just sucked that it happened now. But my audio input reset and it did not have my mic as default for some reason. So it wasn't much. All it was just me working on the interior and also showing off what the interior looks like. So as you can see, we finished up the rooms, decorated them, added candles. These look like plates in the texture pack. We did this. Again, this all makes a little bit more sense in the texture pack. This is the kitchen. You got the storerooms over here. More storerooms. The movement rails for if you have to move stuff around, or bring it all the way down here. This here is a little something that we'll work on later. Not important to the build right now. It's important to what we're going to use the build for, though. So we go over here. We got rooms. Each one looks a little different. Like I said, the reason why there's a lot of crafting tables is because of the texture pack, the connecting textures and make it look epic. So let's go on out a little more. So as you can see, each room here looks a little different. And oh yeah, also finish all of these. I have yet to add glass and doors, but that's something that I don't really need to add at the moment. So yeah, I also will finish on, I'll work on a better main entrance. But yeah, this is basically the end of the build right here, or the end of the, uh-oh. Oh, wait. There we go. That's why I was confused. Anyway. So yeah, next time you guys see this build will be on the showcase for when the whole thing is done. We always start at the castles before we work on the rest of the kingdom. So I will see you guys all in the next video, which hopefully won't be as long as this one. Anyway, bye!